Hey everybody, welcome back to what I think is the final video on William's space mission. This is dropped off by a friend of mine for one of his customers. If you followed along, I got a few videos on it. Came in, we thought it was in okay shape. Turned out to be a little rougher than what we thought. Got some soldering issues, and mice got into it and chewed through, I don't even know how many wires. I had to repair, replace. With anything this old, this being almost 50 years old, anything can have problems, especially in transport. Normally I'll replace all the bulbs with new incandescent or LED, depending on what I feel like, because most of the stuff I work on is my own. But if somebody requests something different, and that's what we'll do. The match lights weren't working. These are the match, if you're unfamiliar with how this works. At the end of a game, if you can see through the back glass here, you got 00 through 90. Those stay turned off until the end of the game. If your score happens to match up with those last two numbers, this is randomly lit at the end of the game. That lights up. If it matches, you'll hear a knock. You get a replay, meaning a free game. Just another feature that they put into these machines. You got 100,000 light that will turn on back here if you are good enough to roll this over. Replaced all the bulbs, went through it, cleaned all the sockets, all the glass. This thing was dirty. Full of spider webs, mouse poop, all kinds of stuff. I don't have the back glass off at this time, but if I decide that there's a bit of glare going on from my lights, then I may remove it. The only LEDs we did put in here is did a permanent fix on these two pop bumpers. And I did post a video, or I will if it's not up at this time that you see this, about the permanent conversion that I did. These get a lot of banging and jarring. Not that there's anything wrong with the sockets, but putting light bulbs into sockets and stuff, sometimes the sockets wear out. Unless the light bulb goes out, shouldn't have any issues with these, but I will I'll post that video, and even maybe during this one I'll take the caps off and show you. But went through a thorough cleaning of the play field, waxing, clean these plastics up. They cleaned up real nice. It took some scrubbing. You know what? I'm going to take this glass off so you're not getting so much glare from my overhead lights. Stand by. Okay, glass is off, but there is still glare because playfield's actually shiny. Oh! So, went through the playfield completely, top and bottom. Had to basically reset this whole score motor. The wires were off. This thing wasn't working. You had nails, well, a nail open here. There's a rollover under there for. This is a super advanced bonus. When it goes through there, it'll give you a 3,000 bonus added to your bonus ladder there. Spinner was froze up. That's going good. The graphics all cleaned up. The rocket with the smoke and steam coming out the bottom, so supposedly it gives that look of it taken off if you go fast enough. It's all nice and shiny. We put all new nylon caps. It had the I'm not going to say chrome because they weren't chrome, but just the metal lock nuts. But they were, half of them were missing. Some of them were they're just so tarnished. Ended up changing out these little lane guides that are under here. These plastic lane guides. One was broke, the other one was way discolored. Replaced them. full replacement rebuild of the flippers, including new bats, rubbers, all the bushings, everything. They were so sloppy and digging into the play field here. Went through all that, printed up some new instruction cards and replay cards, cleaned up this apron, cleaned up the upper arch, and again, we didn't do a whole lot cosmetic. I mean, a lot of cleaning, but they claimed that they didn't need it perfect, just wanted it nice. And there's we're gonna do another light bulb repair right there, just a socket. We did a modification on a lot of these sockets under here just to keep them from flickering. Looks like I might as well go back and touch them all up just so we don't have that problem. I do care. I know it's an old game, but to me that's part of the attraction when you can make something almost 50 years old work as close to new as possible. The front door looks way better. Cleaned that up. Not a mirror polish, but definitely cleaned it up. Put new locks. Cleaned up the rivets here. Everything was rusty. Rebuilt the coin assemblies. Put these new inserts in. Coin mech. I mean, it's my coin mech just to test it out. Had to fix the switches in here, the coin switches. New locks. This is all corroded and rusted. It's all nice and shiny again. Your coin return. This actually works. This is frozen solid. That's your coin return button. Okay, so we went and took the whole shooter assembly apart, polished that up. This is all rusted. Replaced the springs, washers, obviously new plunger tip. Cleaned up this lockdown bar receiver. I didn't do too much to the cabinet other than wipe it down. Try to clean it the best I can, but there was no repainting done. Did polish up the side rails. All of the nails were rusted. Got those all cleaned up. You can still see some reflection. I mean, it's not a mirror shine or anything like that, but it is cleaned up. Customer supplied us with some new legs. So went and put those on. Same with this side of the cabinet. I did take this bumper cap loose. I could show you. I put a LED in there. Shut the power off. LED. There's no holder, but the wires are actually soldered to the bulb itself and run down through the same holes that the light bulb, the socket would fit, and then just zip tie the wires to it, so just to keep from pulling out, you know, should something snag for some crazy reason. But I've put probably 60, 70 games on this so far, and I haven't seen one flicker from it. So this is my experimental one, and I like that mod so far. So I'll tighten this back down. We'll pick up the hood, the whole play field here, show you what we did in there. Typical guy always wants to show what's under the hood. Pick up the play field, full flipper rebuild replacements. We got brand new wiring going to it because God, the solder and the mess that was of the other ones, unreal. We got this is the motor for the swinging target. There's a set screw that was missing, so it wasn't going anywhere, and the wires were hanging off of it anyway, so it never worked, or it wasn't working when it was put away. We did quite a few light bulb modifications. I mean, you can go in and replace all the sockets, you can clean them up. Sometimes you still get that flicker. So I went and you can see how the hot wires are soldered directly to the base of the socket itself. That's bypassing when those insulation washers wear out. The connection becomes loose, and that's where you get your flicker. We got quite a few. Looks like I'm just going to go through and do the rest. Even though this thing's ready to go home, that bothers me. Sometimes if something's going to leave, I want it working 100% the way that it left if I can help it. All kicker coils taken apart, cleaned, reseated. Every stepper in this thing was taken apart, cleaned up as necessary. I put labels where labels fell off or were missing. I had a whole stack of them. So fuses go down to the motor board down here. I mean, I didn't take everything off the board and clean the board other than vacuum and pick up piles of solder, but none of the fuse values were correct, so we replaced all the fuses, removed and cleaned up the chimes. They actually weren't in bad shape, but went and cleaned the sleeves anyway, the coil sleeves. Cleaned that tone box that was nasty inside, full of mouse or cat hair or something. Replaced multiple wires, like I said, that were mouse chewed. Some of the labels that would go on the fuses, they're over here now. I just printed up some labels so myself or whoever decides to go in here later on knows what they're supposed to be. Got a new power cord. All your steppers cleaned up, adjusted, rebuilt. There's some more wires that were replaced. Yeah, I mean, all of these. I also posted a video. Sometimes, especially working on old stuff, they don't make things anymore. A lot of it, most of it you can get, but sometimes you have to improvise. See these lifters? The ones for Williams are tough to find. So I just used, remember the game Battleship? You sunk my battleship. These are the pegs. I thought about being creative and putting some red ones in there as well. But they work just fine. Little stringer when you melt them into place or smash them down. They're plastic and not nylon. But a lot of work to this score motor. Take a quick walk around the back. There's our fancy new power cord. 16 footer. Which you figure 5 of it's in the machine. So check out the video that I posted with the really weird 100,000 light issue that has to do with these latching relays. New label there. Went through every one of the score reels, and as I'm touching them, all these wires are falling off. It just happens because it's old. And some things were rewired for whatever reason, or really poorly soldered, so we go back and fix all that. It's a lot of time in this thing. Every switch and relay. I mean, basically there's nothing that shouldn't be gone through anyway, any standard refurbishment. But I try and do little things too, just make it easier for the next guy. Alright, let's do this old-fashioned way, a quarter. It's on 3-ball. Alright, that fancy swinging target. Damn it. Because of the camera, got to play at a weird angle here. Otherwise, put you on the side and then you got to look at your screen sideways. That's not fun either. Ooh, extra ball and double bonus. Get up to 20,000 in bonus and you can hit those saucers on the side while they're lit, that doubles it. So you get a max of 40,000. So that's 120,000 potential in bonus alone on a 3-ball game. So same player shoots again. That's me, I'm the same player. 83,000 right now. No. 98,000. All right. I don't think we need to do any more games with the lights on. That's way better than what I usually do. So we got 125,680, and we matched with the 80 as well. Couldn't ask for better than that, especially nothing ever goes right when you're trying to show a video. So I don't need any more with the lights on. Let's shut the lights off so you can see the glow. I still didn't fix those the 2 light bulbs yet, but we're gonna do it anyway. Alright, here we go. Can we get just as lucky? I got a match, so I don't need a quarter. Okay, with the camera you get kind of a glare behind that swinging target with those lights. But, oh well. Another extra ball. Oh yeah. Double bonus. Okay, still on the first ball because of the extra ball. We're already at 65,360. Nah. Not as good, but I'll take it. 89, 720. So, that is the 1976 Williams Space Mission. If you can, go back and check out the other videos, especially the one on the weird 100,000th light issue. That's worth seeing. As far as diagnostics, if you have an issue with yours, any videos that you see, this happens to be a Williams, and around this era, they're all about the same, just different themes, you know, a couple little bit different things on the play field, but it's all kind of the same. So if you look to try and fix one that you may have, doesn't say, oh, this is only a space mission, just look up Williams pinball and maybe what the issue is. Steppers, pop bumpers, stuff like that. I will be posting a video series soon Pinball Preschool, which will go over the very basics of not necessarily a particular game, but what to look for, how to get started in fixing, and the stuff that you're wanting to dig into. So if you like this type of stuff, you want to see more, feel free to click like and subscribe, as anybody else would say. Share it with your friends, whatever you can do. Just trying to build the channel. I don't make any money from it, at least not at this point. I'm not even looking to. If I do, awesome. But I just like doing it, and I like making these videos for you guys. So hopefully you'll keep watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.